share that normally I like to start my weeks Monday through Sunday, but on Sunday is when I like to plan and write everything out for the week because then I know what's to come, what I need to plan for, what I need to have ready. And I like writing it out because, yes, we have calendars on our phone, we have calendars on our computers and stuff. But for me, when I write it out, it sticks in my head more. And there was a point in time where I was just mainly using my phone and I was getting a little forgetful, or I would put it in and then not really think about it. And then I'd be like, oh no, we have this, and this. But when I write it out, I can see what's to come. Uh, it makes me more motivated because then I put like what the kids need to do, my schedule with working out. Sometimes maybe I'll put like what we want to eat or whatever. This one's in Hawaiian, which is super awesome. Practicing that, especially in Olelo Hawaii month. So yeah, that's what I like to do on Sundays to start my Monday through Sunday week.
Here's one of the things, a part of my routines. I only wash dishes once a day, maybe sometimes twice a day, depending on how early I wash it. But doing dishes is like one of my least favorite things to do. So by only doing it one time, I'm less stressed out, I'm less angry, and in my mind, I process it as just spend 10 minutes and then you'll be all done with it. So let's wash some dishes. Also, I have to use gloves because I have like irritated skin, so maybe that's also why it's one of my least favorite tasks to do. Before, when I used to wash dishes, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can hear me, before when I used to wash dishes, I used to get like so caught up and angry. Like, you know how like some people are like, well, just be thankful you have dishes to wash. That used to get me so irritated because yes, I'm super thankful that we have dishes and that we have food at our table. That doesn't mean I don't want to wash dishes. You know, and then I'm like so loud to not like, but still have to do it because it's a part of, everyday life. What? My son is standing here and making eyes at my camera while I'm washing dishes. He'll be able to be doing all the dishes, and that's gonna be his chore. But I guess that's like one of the hardest things also of like being a solo parent is like, what can you give to your children to do as a chore that's age appropriate and helpful to you? Like, my son is old enough now to get his school stuff together and essentially get ready for the day, without me having to tell him everything and to remind him. Got these cute little containers, snack containers for my daughters, like apples and yogurt. Hey, play nicely. All done. Total time I'm washing dishes about 7 minutes. Okay, this is gonna be our night routine because I always forget when we're doing boom 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 things. So by the time we get home from pickup, it's around, I would say, 3, almost 4, we get home. Everybody bocha straight off the bat. Bocha brush teeth. Um, then they kind of just hang out. My son plays on his PS5. My daughter goes on her iPad for a little bit. And then I make dinner in the meantime. Tonight's dinner is literally ground beef and broccoli. Let me show you. Super simple, super fast. Oh, that's it. That's the dinner. Then after dinner is cooked, we kind of just chill out until maybe around like 5 p.m. 5 p.m. we eat dinner. After we eat dinner, rolls around like 5:30ish. Then we make sure we have everything for tomorrow ready to go. And then we have literally more downtime until it's time for bed. We're usually in bed by 7:30 because we need our rest. Sleep is very important, and that's pretty much it. But before I started doing dinner, I washed all the dishes in the sink. All the dishes in the sink, except like this is what the broccoli was in. So I just have that. But I usually do that, wash the dishes too, because I just get it done. And then whatever dishes we use for dinner, I usually try to wash it before we go to sleep. If not, tomorrow's another day. But like I said, I only like washing dishes once a day. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my downtime now too because I'm exhausted. I ran 6 miles today, and I found this in the fridge. I bought it like a while back, maybe like 2, 3 weeks ago. I'm gonna eat it today because I can't spend anything on treats. So I found this. Yeah, I definitely need to eat that and write out my grocery list because I need to go to the grocery store. That's another thing that like goes on with this episode is like scheduling and what works for me. I try to grocery shop at least once a week, and we'll buy stuff that we're gonna use throughout the week, and maybe 1 or 2 things that could be in the freezer for like a rainy day or a day I'm just like we need something fast. But yeah, super simple night routine. This is usually when there's no practice and no other after school stuff. But usually, if it's after school stuff, it's the same schedule. Once we get home, shower, brush teeth, then the kids have downtime while I cook dinner. If I know we're gonna be out late because of sport or something, I try to have dinner already made before I go for pickup. And then after that, we eat, have more downtime, and straight to bed. And of course, we brush our teeth again. The reason why we brush our teeth right when we come home because I saw like a video of how like Japanese people don't get as sick because they always wash their mouth when they come home. So we've been doing that too. So trying to be preventative, I guess you should say. I should say. Okay, let me go enjoy this. I'll check back in later. Okay, let's close out episode 2. So episode 2 was daily routines that actually work as a stay-at-home mom, and we covered morning, night routines, time blocking realistically, and what I stopped doing. I guess I'm going to talk about that now. But anyways, I hope this video kind of makes sense. I kind of showed you what I do in the morning and evening routine. So for my morning and night routines, it's pretty much the same every single day. Morning routine is me getting up earlier than the kids, getting everything ready, waking them up, getting ready for school, and out the door by a certain time. And then night routine is also the same. Get home, butcha, make dinner, eat, downtime, bedtime. Super simple, super easy. That's what works for us. Time blocking. Realistically, for me, when it comes to my schedule with the children's schedule, I like to edit and do things early in the morning because it's quiet. My mind is at peace, and then I can do it while the kids are still sleeping. I'm not really bothering them because I'm not speaking so loudly. So that's like my time, right? And then also time blocking for like when I work out or exercise or do something in between. It's usually when they're at school. Like I can say that before they were both in school, it was a struggle for me to even like try and make time for just me to do things and time block for me specifically. So I understand that like it's usually you're either staying up super late or waking up super early just to have that little bit of time to yourself. But now that both of my kids are in school, I have that in between time. What? Right now, she's at home. And then something that I stopped doing, something for like me and my schedules, I stopped overcomplicating it. I made it as simple as I could that would work for me in this time in our life, because like I said, I don't know if I did say, maybe I did say earlier when I was washing dishes, but I solo parent majority of the time. So a lot of the things that work for me and my scheduling as a stay-at-home mom is usually things that are in the simplest of forms to get things done and not overstress me, because before I was making things a little bit too complicated and then I would get overwhelmed and feel like I am not doing enough. Granted, sometimes I definitely feel like that, but by simplifying my routine and the things that I do for me and the kids, it has opened up so many doors for me to do things that I like on my own time, things that my children like when they have their time, like sports or whatever. I wanted to be in the camera. And then, so yeah, I just stopped overcomplicating like what I wanted to get done and what I needed to get done, so that way there was more room for all the better things. Wow. So yeah, all in all, I would say that do what works for you. Okay, not everything that works for me is going to work for you. It's all about trial and error, especially it's like it's different in different times in different seasons of your life. So do what works for you. If something doesn't work, change it. If something does work, then stick with it. I farted. She farted. But yeah, like I said, do what works for you. See what other people are doing for maybe inspiration, but just know that what works for them might not work for you. So keep going, keep trying. And you know what? Eventually something will click, and maybe it will only click for that part of your life, but it will work and it will make things easier. Okay, bye.